How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Planet Coaster 2. We are on episode 4, I believe. Yeah, today we're going to be working on the main atrium, I believe we left off in the last episode. You can see I've added a bit of a mountain and a backdrop. And now we're just going to add a really big roller coaster, and this is going to be the... oh, what's it called? The focus of today's episode. So yeah, we're trying to get a nice layout and testing out some of the new coaster design in Planet Coaster 2. I know we've had a new update as well. We've added Western theming, so I've used some of those bits in this episode. But I'm glad they've added that from Planet Coaster 1, I believe it's from. Yes. Yeah, right now we're just trying to figure out a layout. And the more I play this game, the more I've find certain techniques for building, so yeah, the park's been quite good practice, to be fair. But you can see this is the first test of it. It's probably the worst test of it. And you see the park quite slow, but it does speed up. Yeah, I definitely think this is moving way too fast. Whoa! Yeah, that's a tad bit fast. That's a smidge. You see, I'm trying to get into this mountain and actually trying to do like some design bits on the inside. I'm too fixated on trying to make the cart upside down, but I don't think that works very well. Especially at that high speed, so I can end up moving that bit. Well, it moved it for me, to be fair. Really coming through the mountain, gonna cut through this bit. And I thought this bit would be quite nice with a helix turn. Is it a helix turn? Just so you could be upside down when guests are going past. Then we're just gonna come around the outside of the mountain. Yeah, this ride ain't got much of a theme, it's just in the centre, so it's in between the themage. Now, I think we've gone for a very Greek mythological feel for the first area. So I didn't really want to put too much focus on the theme. Yeah, I just found out you can do that as well. What I didn't know to do before, so that's really useful. And don't mind that house, that might be a future project. I just wanted to see if I can do it before. I show it off fully, but that's gonna chill in the background. If anyone can guess what that is, then I don't know, you get some brownie points. I think I've got a sneeze coming. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so we're going to test out this roller coaster. Well, we were going to test it out, but then I realised it didn't put the boosters fast enough. And I wanted to add a little trick around here. sweet. I think the ride looks sweet, and to be fair, a little divot here might help give it a bit more excitement. And then do that a bit with the smoothing tool, so that's great. I'm going to increase that as well because I don't like waiting for chain towers. That will, I think every single roller coaster I build had that full. I know I meant to add suspense and all that, but yeah, I don't like waiting around for the ride to actually do it. Of course. As you can see, it's a lot smoother than the first try we did. All goes into a nice roll, comes into here, fly through a rock. That rock don't stay there, but this is more the concept of the layout. You got a nice spin, and then it rolls you back nicely onto the station. Yeah. Now we've got a actual station in. This is not one I built myself, this is just like one of the preset ones I found, and then obviously I had to change the colour of it, but I think it works with the non-themingness of this ride. Right now I'm using the new feature where you can change sizes and also rotations of objects. Does get a bit annoying, especially when you forget to turn it off, but I do like the feature. As you can see, it's helping me place some rocks around. Trying to add a bit of scenery to the queue of the ride. We have gone for a very basic like garden design for this one. Put a tree there, I think we get rid of it because it gets too tall at some point. We do work on the entrance to this plaza bit, but I think I'm going to change it, so everything in this episode is not everything 100% concrete. So a couple of things are going to change, and especially I need to work more on the actual middle plaza. Especially, but I thought, what the point of having a middle plaza if we ain't got a ride to actually promote it in a way. I know we've got the swimming pool, but that's not always enough. Hopefully just bring more people to this side of the park. And I think I need to get some more janitors and all that stuff as well. Just to deal with the rubbish of the park. And yeah, we just called the ride Wild. It's just a ride wide. Honestly, it was a non-theme and it kind of worked out. So we're going to go for like a safari theme, but then I didn't want to do that. It didn't really make sense in the area. So I made a ride without no particular theme. As you can see, we've got this nice little garden area space. And yeah, it's a nice view to that. Paint that to roller coaster green as well. Green and light blue just to blend it in a bit better. Found a random pigeon. And now we're going to be working on the interior elements of the ride. ever go for the mountain all day. I just wanted to have a little bit of something to look at. And this is probably why we ain't got much themage, because I just chose random things I found in the scenery tab. But I do like how the interior area come out. Obviously it's not done yet, but I think it adds something to the ride. Obviously I've done a lot more off camera as well, so you probably see that in the next episode, but I think we're finally going to finish off the mythological Greek kind of sort of area. I don't know what to call that area. We'll figure out a name. Just name it old school or something like that, that'd be great. That'd be quite funny. And yeah, I'm just trying to block off some bits for the scenery, so they don't look like the guy's actually clipping through something. But yeah, he definitely clipping through a little bit, as you can see, but you don't really know it's down the ride, so I don't really change it. And yeah, it's a very nature-filled episode. I don't know, I feel like you could do foliage really well in this. Like I say, I'm still waiting for like updates and all that, so we can have a bit more different themes. I wouldn't even mind getting a DLC at this point. But I think the only DLCs they have are the vintage ones, and yeah, I don't really need more roller coasters. Like, I've got plenty of roller coasters, so I ain't got plenty of themage. I found a problem with Planet Coaster 1 as well. That are different, a lot of themage. Even with like the DLC packs also, cause I had pretty much all the DLC packs. I think I might have had them well, actually, I'm not too sure. And yeah, they just didn't add a lot. I wouldn't mind adding something like Sims with the expansion packs. I think you do try smaller packs to get smaller stuff, and then bigger packs. We shall wait and see. As you can see, the little fish area looks great on the ride. You've still got the little rollback. And yeah, there's going to be some themage over here as well. Other little singing creature things. I was saying, originally it was going to be like a water ride in a way. But then I ended up changing it to have a bit more of a western feel also. Right now we're trying to make, like I said, the entrance to this area. It's not the entrance, it's more of a cage. Pretty much there's like the cage barrier things where it stops people from like dropping their stuff and losing their stuff in their pockets and all that stuff, and it don't land on any of the consumers' heads. Yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out how to get a art shape for it, kind of like what I did for this bit, but I didn't want to spend that too much time on it. Especially on something I'm not too sure if I'm going to be keeping. So I've ended up putting these sort of marble archways. Yeah, just these little arcades, like I said, just there for a bit of protection for the actual people in the game. And this is a little roll cage thing to stop any phones or shoes landing on said head. This is definitely not perfect, like I said, that everything temporary in this part of the build. It's very much trying things out. If it looks good, then obviously it will stay. If it doesn't, then I'll have to change it. This is definitely something I'll probably have to change because it don't look the best. But it does what it needs to do, if that makes sense. Especially when you're walking down the mythological bit, it blocks it off a bit. Trying to get it the right side and all that fun stuff. And now I'm just trying to figure out something to put on top of it. Does somewhat make sense? And then I try to play something what matches kind of the theme. A lot of just me trying out a bunch of stuff really. I thought that thing would be alright, but then it started moving. That thing just... yeah, I don't know what I could do with that thing. Yeah, I think I'll settle for this thing for now, just because it kind of matches the statues in the back. Over in the circle a bit, I don't, in the centre, what you want to call it. And I thought this portal worked quite nicely just here. There's like go through a portal while you're riding the ride. No, just an idea. Like, this is a very much just throw stuff at the wall, see if it sticks kind of episode. I was a bit stuck on what to build next, so this episode has helped me out with plans at least. But yeah, for the longest time I was just ahhing, not knowing exactly what I want for the actual part. But now I've got somewhat of an idea. And right now I'm just adding a bit of... that's a bit more detail, to be honest. A bit more foliage, a bit more greenness. But yeah, the next sort of areas are going to have proper themes, hopefully. I ain't figured out exactly what theme, but I've kind of got an idea. Like I said, that building might help you out if you figure out what it is, but like I said, I'm still testing things in the background as well. Did I see what I envisioned could actually exist? Yeah, just adding a lot of green bushes. This thing to liven up the area a little bit. Big tree in the back. That's to block off much of the it's not called scaffolding, the supports of the roller coaster. And right now we're just going to add a staple to the part where there's another waterfall. For some reason that's a staple. But now we've got this nice like water effect going down. I know the water's not coming from anywhere, but I thought it looked nice, so it can probably stay like that. Nice, got a nice splashing underwater effect now. Not underwater effect, a nice splashing effect. I don't know how to call it, the waterfall effect. But yeah, this area coming along quite nicely. Makes you actually feel like you're stepping into the wild as well. And now I've just added random unicorn. Not unicorn, it's a Pegasus. What am I talking about? Yeah, random Pegasus spitting. Like I said, I might add some rock and all that in the future for the waterfall. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is not finished. Like right now I want to add the same thing I kind of added with the cage. That makes sense. Just so for the same problem if someone loses their shoes or something, X looks alright. Like I said, this bit took me the longest to figure out. I had to like change the roller coaster and all that fun stuff, but even that couldn't solve my problem, so it was a bit annoying. So they've got to try and figure out and make it work, kind of thing. But it should be alright, make it look good. It's just, yeah, this pole is annoying. Right now I'm adding a trim to it because I think this part might be permanent because it's not too obtrusive. But yeah, just testing it out to make sure it goes all the way across and yeah, place it one by one. And yeah, that works. I was hoping for a bit more of a thicker pole, but this will do, hopefully. Yeah, that one's a nice. I tried to duplicate and do it several more times. But yeah, if you want to see any like particular themage or anything like that in these in this part, obviously let me know in the comments and I probably will do it. Yeah, we've got a nice little mine shaft area. I think we add some detail around there. Little minecart. I think also has some like lights in here as well. Oh yeah, a lot of stonage. Try and cover off as much of the supports as possible. I said it's a bit annoying that I couldn't get rid of the support. It was saying something about terrain and I couldn't be asked to try and fix all the terrain and then just so it can turn it off and then I've got to refix it all. So I've ended up just leaving it and I'm going to end up working it into a design in the future. Hopefully, that's the plan. And I found this little fish thing and I thought, wow, this would go quite nice in this sort of area. And I think it's a light also, so it helps brighten it up a little bit. But yeah, we've got little fishies just having a little swim. And like I said, it helped us brighten up that area a bit. Now I think I have to go around and start adding some lanterns. I'm glad they've added this like point connection system. Make my life a little easier, also a little harder, so always with a good thing, something bad comes out of it, so. But yeah, like I said, I've got to get used to it and I should be alright. Right now we're just testing out the ride, seeing what it actually looks like from an actual person perspective. Obviously you've got this nice little garden area. And you can imagine the ride that's zooming past your head while you're waiting for it to come past. Into this like massive sort of swimming pool area. Yeah, maybe in like one of the special episodes, I don't know, maybe like episode 10 or something, we'll just, you've got the first person camera, so we'll just walk around the park and see how it's come along. And probably ride all the rides, so we'll probably do that like add like an not an anniversary thing, but like a waymark of the series. Let's say it like that. And again, I don't know how long this series is going to go on for. It depends how much this game allowed me to add. Pretty much, I think there is some sort of limit. We ain't nowhere near reached it yet, but like I said, I think there is a limit. So the series probably won't go on forever. And I might build a better park in the future, it depends how well this series goes. As you see, this is our design of the ride so far. It's still not done, but you go through the fish area, get splashed by the water, spin out through the portal, past the mine shaft, past the singing fish things, and back round we go. Like I said, in the next episode, hopefully should be getting the, I forgot what it's called now, the mythological area done. I'll try to get that as my main focus, and yeah, you just exit out through the little exit side, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the ride. I might add a little tank over here actually. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, just having a little look through. Oh yeah, right now we're adding a train to look like it kind of derailed off the track, sort of, slightly. And kind of digged its way through this little area. And we actually used some fire effects. Make it actually look like the train has actually crashed. And then cover up the fire a bit so it don't look like it's coming from nowhere. And now I'm just having a little think, see what else we can add to this. And just having a little look around the park. We're just trying to add a tiny little train carriage. Increase the size a bit. It's like a whole train kind of falling apart, collapsed. Took on a wrong turning or something like that. I don't know, like I said, there's not much theme going on with this. We've got singing fish in the background, so yeah, there's definitely no theme with this. But yeah, some random lantern on the floor to make it look like it's falling off the actual train. And the other thing I want to try out in the future as well, like more theme specific builds. Like I think you can add racetracks and dragons and stuff like that to the actual carts themselves. So I think I'll probably be doing in the future. And I think this is coming up to the end of the episode, pretty much. I'm just adding a few more details, making it look as nice as possible. I think I add some stones here, but then I think I've added a couple too many. Yep. So yeah, should be the ride pretty much done. I don't know if we're gonna ride it again. We might do. Yes, we are, and every ride is for the last time in this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the episode, leave it a like. Also subscribe. Any kind of suggestions or anything, leave in the comment section. I should be able to reply to you. Don't see why not. Any ideas will be great for me. Especially when I'm running out slowly. But like I said, building this has given me a couple more ideas, so there should be some good stuff coming up in the future. Anyway guys, this is it for the end of the episode. Thank you all, and this is a good bye.